In one American city, 1 in 3 tech workers is now Indian, and locals are calling it an economic takeover. But is this immigration wave destroying opportunities or creating them? Today, we're counting down 10 US cities that have been completely transformed by Indian immigration, and the truth will shock you. But before we dive in, if you're new here, hit the subscribe button and leave a comment. I subscribe, and I'll personally welcome you into the family. With that said, let's get started. Number 10. Charlotte, North Carolina. This southern banking hub saw something nobody predicted. Between 2010 and 2020, Charlotte's Indian population exploded by 255%, according to the Migration Policy Institute. Drive through University City today, and you'll see temple spires rising alongside church steeples, a visual that would have been unthinkable 15 years ago. Meet Raj Patel. He's 34 now, a software engineer who arrived in Charlotte in 2015 with $800 in his pocket and a work visa stamped with hope. He started a tech meetup in his cramped studio apartment, expecting maybe 10 people to show up. Today, that meetup has over 2,000 members, and Raj partnered with UNC Charlotte to create a scholarship fund that's already helped 40 students. Indian-owned businesses in Charlotte generated $340 million in revenue in 2023, according to the Charlotte Chamber of Commerce. That's not chump change. That's economic horsepower. Longtime residents have mixed feelings. Some say they feel like strangers in their own neighborhoods, that the Charlotte they grew up in is fading. But here's the data they're not talking about. Median home values in Indian-dense areas rose 43% over the past 5 years, compared to just 28% citywide, according to Zillow's 2024 report. Someone's wealth is growing. The question is, whose? But Charlotte's transformation is nothing compared to what happened in our next city. Number 9. Irving, Texas. Parents in this Dallas suburb are panicking. Their kids' schools have completely changed. Walk into any top-rated school in Coppell ISD, and you'll notice something immediately. 67% of students are now Asian, with the majority being Indian, according to the Texas Education Agency's 2024 data. Local Facebook groups have exploded with complaints about too much competition and cultural erasure. But here's the flip side nobody wants to admit. The school district jumped from number 47 to number 3 in Texas rankings between 2018 and 2024. Let me tell you about Jennifer Morrison. She's 42, a white American mother of 2 who was terrified when she saw the demographic shift happening. "I thought my kids wouldn't be able to compete," she said. She worried that her daughter would get lost in the shuffle. Then something unexpected happened. Their Indian neighbors offered to help with tutoring, not just for math, but for time management, study skills, the works. Jennifer's daughter thrived. Today, she's at MIT, and Jennifer's family, still close friends with that Indian family. The Las Colinas corridor, those formerly dying office parks, has become a thriving tech hub. Over 340 Indian-founded startups have set up shop, pulling in $2.1 billion in venture funding, according to Crunchbase data from 2023. Why Irving specifically? It's the perfect storm. Proximity to DFW Airport, no state income tax, and an existing community that provides instant networking and cultural support. Still, Irving's changes are tame compared to the city that literally rewrote its identity. Number 8. Edison, New Jersey. This town doesn't even feel like America anymore, and the data proves it. 47% of Edison's 100,000 residents are Indian, according to the 2020 US Census. That's the highest concentration outside of India itself. Walk down Oak Tree Road for 1.5 miles and you're in pure India. Sari shops with fabric that shimmers under fluorescent lights. Pani Puri stalls open 24/7. Bollywood posters plastered on every storefront. The smell of masala dosa hits you at 3 p.m. like you've been teleported to Mumbai. Original Italian and Jewish residents call it the takeover on local Reddit forums. And I get it. Change is hard. Meet Anthony DeMarco. He's 68, third-generation Italian-American, whose family ran a bakery on Oak Tree Road for 50 years. In 2017, they closed. "We couldn't compete," Anthony says, his voice heavy with loss. "The town I grew up in is gone." But here's where the story takes a turn. An Indian businessman bought the building and did something unexpected. He kept Anthony on as a consultant. Together, they started making fusion Italian-Indian desserts. Tiramisu with cardamom. Cannoli filled with gulab jamun. Revenue is up 180%. "I was bitter," Anthony admits. "But now, I'm part of something new." Edison's median household income sits at $107,000, well above New Jersey's $89,000 average. Multiple schools rank in the top 100 nationally. But this success came at a hidden cost. Traffic congestion has spiked 67%. Schools are so overcrowded they're running split sessions, with some students starting at 7 a.m. and others at 1 p.m. And if you think Edison went all in, wait until you see what happened in Silicon Valley's secret sister city. Number 7. Fremont, California. What city has more Indian restaurants per capita than anywhere in America? Fremont, Tesla's hometown, and it's not even close. When tech workers got priced out of Palo Alto and Sunnyvale, they flooded into Fremont. In just 15 years, from 2005 to 2020, the Indian population jumped from 13% to 37%. The Niles district, with its quaint Old West town aesthetic, now hosts 5 major Indian festivals that draw over 50,000 people each year. Meet Dr. Anita Krishnan. She's 51 now, a physician who arrived in 1998 and faced discrimination at the hospital where she worked. Patients would request different doctors when they saw her name. Colleagues questioned her credentials. So she built something. She started a local chapter of the Indian American Medical Association. Today, she's helped recruit over 200 Indian doctors to Bay Area hospitals, filling critical shortages in emergency medicine. Indian Americans in Fremont have a median household income of $172,000, according to 2022 data from Pew Research. That's real economic power. But here's the controversy. 56% of H-1B visas in the tech industry go to Indian nationals, according to 2023 USCIS data. White engineers claim they're being passed over for cheaper immigrant labor. A UC Berkeley study from 2023 found no wage suppression in Indian-heavy tech corridors. The data just doesn't support the narrative. But all of these cities combined don't match the political earthquake that just happened in our next location. Number 6. Jersey City, New Jersey. In 2021, this city did something that made national headlines and terrified certain politicians. Ravinder Vallabh became one of America's first turban Sikh mayors. The backlash was immediate. Hate flyers appeared overnight across the city. "Don't let terrorism take over our town." Ravinder is the son of immigrants who grew up in Jersey City. During his campaign, he faced racist attacks constantly. But instead of backing down, he doubled down. He visited every single neighborhood personally: the white working-class areas, the black communities, the Latino districts. He won with 55% of the vote, including significant support from those working-class white districts. Under his leadership, crime dropped 21%, property values rose 38%, according to Jersey City Police Department data and Zillow's 2024 report. Journal Square, once a dangerous no-go zone, is now a trendy dining district where you'll wait 45 minutes for a table on Friday night. Indian American developers have poured $890 million into real estate investment between 2018 and 2023. 15 new high-rises are transforming the skyline. Manhattan-facing residents worry they're being priced out by immigrants. But here's the reality. 73% of new luxury condos are bought by Wall Street transplants, not immigrants, according to the Jersey City Economic Development Corporation's 2024 report. Indian doctors open 3 urgent care centers in underserved areas. Wait times are down 60%. Jersey City's transformation is impressive, but nothing compared to the corporate headquarters city that literally changed American tech forever. Number 5. Sunnyvale, California. In this Silicon Valley city, something unprecedented is happening in the boardrooms. Indian-born CEOs now run companies worth $2.4 trillion globally, and many of them got their start right here. Google's Sundar Pichai, Microsoft's Satya Nadella, Adobe's Shantanu Narayan, IBM's Arvind Krishna. 64% of Sunnyvale tech workers are foreign-born, with 31% from India alone, according to the Silicon Valley Institute's 2023 data. Meet Priya Sharma. She's 29, a product manager who arrived in 2019 on an H-1B visa. She lived with 6 roommates in a 2-bedroom apartment. She applied to over 200 jobs and got rejected everywhere. Then an Indian manager at LinkedIn took a chance on her. Today, she leads a team of 15 people, makes $220,000 a year, and just bought her first home. She mentors over 50 new immigrants annually. The pipeline is real. IT to Stanford or Berkeley to Google. It's basically a conveyor belt at this point. Indian Tech Association meetings in Sunnyvale draw over 3,000 people. The networking power is undeniable. But American engineers are organizing. Groups like US tech workers demand H-1B reform and claim wage theft is rampant. The average Indian H-1B worker in Sunnyvale makes $142,000, according to Department of Labor data from 2024. That's 98% of what non-immigrant peers make. It's not about wages, it's about network hiring preferences. When 70% of your team is Indian, you naturally hire people from your network. But all this Silicon Valley wealth is nothing compared to the medical miracle city at number 4. Number 4. Sugar Land, Texas. Drive through this Houston suburb, and you'll notice something strange. Every other doctor's office has an Indian name. 42% of physicians in Fort Bend County are Indian American, according to the Texas Medical Board's 2024 data. Houston Methodist Sugar Land Hospital, ranked number 1 in Texas for patient outcomes by US News in 2024, has 80% Indian medical staff. Meet Dr. Reksh Patel. He's 58 now, a cardiologist who arrived in 1992 with $35,000 in debt from medical school. Patients would request American doctors. It hurt. But he stayed late, took the hardest cases, published research. Today, he's chief of cardiology and has saved over 10,000 lives. He's recruited 60 Indian doctors to underserved rural Texas areas. Sugar Land went from 2.5% Indian in 2000 to 18% in 2020. 4 major temples, 2 performing arts centers. Indo-Pak festivals draw 80,000 people. First Colony area, anchored by Indian professionals, has the highest household income in Texas, $186,000. But there's controversy. Austin High School is 73% Asian, majority Indian. Anonymous surveys show 68% of students feel extreme academic pressure. The flip side, 91% of graduates attend 4-year universities versus 62% Texas average. Therapists report a surge in anxiety cases among Indian American teens. 3 suicides at competitive schools in 2022 to 2023 devastated the community. The Indian Parents Association responded by launching a mental health initiative and hiring 5 counselors. But Sugar Land's medical miracle pales compared to the city that became India's unofficial second capital. Number 3. Fremont Union City Corridor. We're back to the Bay Area because one specific ZIP code cluster just broke records. ZIP codes 94,539 and 94,587 have the highest concentration of Indian Americans in the US, 52% of residents. You can live your entire life in Punjabi or Hindi here, never speak English. Banking, groceries, doctors, lawyers, schools, all staffed and run by Indian Americans. Meet Harpreet Kaur. She's 45, arrived in 2001, cleaned houses for $8 an hour. She wanted to open a Punjabi restaurant. Banks rejected her loan application 11 times. Finally, an Indian American credit union approved $80,000. Now she owns 3 restaurants with annual revenue of $4.2 million and employs 40 people. She mentors over 100 aspiring Indian entrepreneurs. Indian businesses create an ecosystem, supplier networks, service providers, investors. They generate $1.8 billion in annual revenue in this corridor alone, according to Bay Area Census data from 2023. Average home prices jumped from $485,000 in 2012 to $1.3 million in 2024, a 168% increase. Who benefits? Original homeowners, many Black and Latino families, made life-changing wealth from sales. Who loses? Working-class families priced out. Median rent is now $3,400 per month. 4,200 Latino families left Union City between 2010 and 2020 as Indian families moved in. But Indian business owners are now the largest employers of Latino workers in food service and construction. It's not zero-sum, but someone always pays the price of transformation. And that brings us to the most controversial transformation, a city where Indians now control local government. Number 2. Edison political takeover. Remember Edison from earlier? We need to go back, because what happened politically changes everything. 2021, Edison Township Council became the first majority Indian American council in US history. 5 of 7 seats are held by Indian Americans, representing 47% of the population. Perfect representation. Meet Councilwoman Mahesh Vajia. Her parents ran a small grocery and faced discrimination. "I was tired of being invisible in decisions affecting our families," she says. She door-knocked 8,000 homes, including non-Indian neighborhoods. She won with support from Italian and Jewish voters. Her council pushed through property tax relief and small business grants, helping everyone. National media called it ethnic replacement. Fox News ran a segment, "Is this still America?" But it's literally democracy working. Demographic change plus voter participation equals representation. The results: taxes lowered 1.2%, improved school funding, streamlined business permits. 84% approval rating among all ethnicities, according to a Rutgers poll from 2023. 16 Indian Americans now serve in state legislatures, 5 in Congress. The pattern is clear. High education plus high income plus civic engagement equals political power. Some groups say immigrant communities vote as ethnic blocs. But studies show second-generation Indian Americans vote based on issues, not ethnicity, according to Pew's 2024 research. By 2040, Asian Americans will be swing voters in 12 states, according to the Brookings Institution. But everything we've seen, the money, the politics, the cultural shift, all originates from our number 1 city. Number 1, Seattle Bellevue Redmond Metro. This isn't just a city transformed. This is where Indian Americans literally built the modern world. It started in 1998 when Satya Nadella arrived as an unknown engineer. Today, 38% of Microsoft's technical workforce is Indian or Indian American, according to Bloomberg's 2024 analysis. The ripple effect: Amazon has 33% Indian workforce. Google Seattle, 29%. T-Mobile, 31%. That's 72,000 Indian tech workers in Seattle Metro, each earning an average of $156,000. Do the math. $11.2 billion in annual wages, bigger than 15 state budgets. Satya Nadella arrived in 1998 as a mid-level engineer on an H-1B visa. He worked on obscure server projects nobody wanted. He built the cloud computing division from scratch. In 2014, he became CEO and saved Microsoft from irrelevance. Stock price is up over 1,000% under his leadership, creating $2 trillion in value. Every Indian engineer in Seattle sees themselves in his story. Bellevue, once a sleepy suburb, now rivals Singapore. Median home price, $1.45 million, driven by Indian tech wealth. Bellevue schools have 72% Asian student population. It's brutal competition. Parents hire $400 per hour tutors for third graders. Some Indian American parents are pushing back, starting no-pressure cooperative schools. Redmond Town Center has 6 Indian grocery stores within 2 miles. India Day celebration draws 60,000 people and generates $3.8 million in local business, according to the Seattle Times 2023 report. But there's a hidden cost. Black homeownership in Seattle is down 37% since 2010. Is it Indian immigration or broader tech gentrification? Honest answer, both. Indian tech workers are part of gentrification, not the only cause. Who actually loses? Working-class service workers of all races. Amazon warehouse pays $19 per hour. Studio rent costs $2,100 per month. The irony? Many Indian immigrants work service jobs too. Not all are engineers. Indian restaurant workers, truck drivers, gas station owners, they're being priced out too. It's not Indian versus American. It's the billionaire class versus everyone else. The top 1% in Seattle, all ethnicities, captured 87% of income growth between 2010 and 2020, according to the Economic Policy Institute. The real impact. Let's cut through the controversy and get real. 10 cities, 2.3 million Indian Americans, $380 billion in economic output. The winners. Original homeowners who sold property and gained generational wealth. School districts with new tax bases and better funding. Hospitals with doctor shortages filled and lives saved. Tech companies with skilled workforces and innovation booms. Indian immigrants themselves, the American dream realized. The losers. Working-class families priced out by rising costs. Local small businesses that couldn't compete. Students who feel crushing academic pressure. Communities that lost cultural identity. Service workers whose wages haven't kept pace. Every economic transformation has winners and losers. That's capitalism. It's not an invasion. It's a highly educated, highly skilled legal immigration wave that America's policies specifically encouraged. US companies requested these H-1B visas because they couldn't find qualified Americans. The question is that because Americans lack skills, or because companies can pay immigrants less and control them via visa status? Studies are split. Some show wage suppression, others show none. What's clear? Network effects are real. Indian managers do hire more Indians. But white managers historically hired more white people. It's human nature, not an ethnic conspiracy. Are these communities integrating or self-segregating? Second-generation Indian Americans marry outside their ethnicity at a 30% rate, higher than previous immigrants at the same timeline, according to Pew 2023. 85% of second generations speak English as their primary language. But first-generation communities do cluster, same as Italians, Irish, and Jews historically. Every group takes 2 to 3 generations to fully assimilate. Indians are ahead of schedule. The question for you. So here's what I need you to tell me in the comments. If you're a 25-year-old American software engineer competing for jobs against H-1B workers, what do you want? Option A. Restrict H-1B visas to protect American jobs, even if it means your company moves operations to India and eliminates your job entirely. Option B. Let immigration continue, but demand companies pay H-1B workers 20% more than Americans to prevent wage suppression. Option C. The whole debate is a distraction. The real problem is billionaire CEOs hoarding wealth while workers fight each other. There's no easy answer, and that's exactly why I want your take. Drop a comment with A, B, or C, and explain your reasoning. If you're Indian American watching this, tell me, did I get your experience right, or did I miss something major?